just about to go through the border, guys. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hi guys, I'm just at the border. I'm just waiting for Jane. If you guys see Jane come in, let me know. I've got my passport and I've got my stand for the script, which I've added to it because my big question is going to be, am I being detained? So that's going to be my question for them today, and I did some more digging, and you cannot be detained under the Quarantine Act, and oh, there she is. Bring them on camera. And I have to pee so bad.
Sorry. You would think, right? I'm actually not. There we go. How you doing? Yeah, there you go. I'm returning from Mexico. Not a thing, if you can believe it. That's been in my car for like 3 months. It's a picture frame that I need to mail to somebody. Of the Canadian Bill of Rights. Canadian Bill of Rights, that's right. I'm a project manager, and I do also fun things like educate people on the Canadian Bill of Rights. Well, I think it was $100 on Amazon. Sorry? I actually spoke with an OPP officer. I don't answer that question. That's personal medical information, and it's a violation of my Canadian Bill of Rights, the one I was just telling you about, Section 1A.
So we're asking these questions on behalf of public health.
Okay.
I have no personal issue.
Listen, I know that. I have no personal issue with you.
I don't think I'm violating anything.
If you are, actually, Canadian Bill of Rights, Section 1A, the right to life, liberty, security of persons.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going to argue. I don't have any personal.
Hey, there's no hard feelings here. I know you're doing your job. I understand.
However, I can't just let it go that I'm violating someone's rights because public health does have laws, right?
But they're also a violation of my rights, and they're also unlawful.
And they can't trump the Canadian Bill of Rights.
Well, the thing is that, here's the thing. The Canadian Bill of Rights is a federal piece of legislation, and it actually supersedes the Quarantine Act. And technically, the Quarantine Act was invoked illegally because it didn't pass the Statutory Instruments Act. And I'm very well versed in all of this, as you can see.
So my only question would be, like, COVID turned out not to be as devastating, let's say, as some thought at the beginning.
Because of the fake data models that they did.
But I can understand that if there was something devastating, let's say monkeypox was super deadly and contagious and everyone was dying of it, there would have to be some type of way to control.
And you know, that's theoretical. We have to look at what's going on right now. Right. So if we want to look at the whole Quarantine Act, yeah. So you know, we're gonna have different opinions on it. I've just stated
There's
them all.
no outbreak where you can't.
So, but you are violating my rights, actually. Well, you should learn about the Canadian Bill of Rights because you are violating my rights. And actually, you actually don't. This is the thing. There's a lot of things that are being in violation right now. One is the Healthcare Consent Act. La la la
yeah,
la la.
1B,
there's a whole bunch of stuff.
1B also treating differently.
Yeah, 1B is the Canadian Bill of Rights, treated equally in protection of the law.
So how long have you been in it?
A month.
And there's no outbreak where you were.
Questions now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
I do have a right
Yes,
back.
yeah, absolutely, 100%, yes.
So all questions have to be answered.
Yeah, no problem.
Currency over 10,000?
No, I wish.
No, it's Christmas. Any other topics that
No,
work related?
no,
Any gifts that you
no,
receive for
no,
preference for on
no,
plants, animals,
no,
alcohol,
no,
tobacco,
no,
cannabis, even if it's legal,
no,
and any other gifts that you want to
no. I literally came back with what I left with. That's it.
And do you have a COVID test?
I don't answer any medical questions. It's a violation of my privacy under the Canadian Bill of Rights, Section 1A. Yeah, well, I know, but public health is actually breaking the law. I know you don't believe that, but it's true. No, I don't. What am I being pulled over for?
Public health is going to talk to you.
Am I being detained?
Well, you're not detained, but you are supposed to talk to public health.
Oh, if I'm not being detained, I'm going to leave.
Okay, well, I need that piece of paper back.
Okay, which one? This one?
Yeah, one sec. I'm not.
Okay. Did you hear that?
I couldn't hear her clearly. What did she say?
She said if I'm not staying, she asked for the piece of paper back, but I said if I'm not being detained, I'm going to leave.
Okay.
Because I'm not being detained.
Okay, good.
They don't have the authority to detain me.
Okay, what did she answer back to that?
She said no.
No, you're not being
She
detained?
said no, they want me to talk to public health. Yes.
But you're not being detained?
So I told her I'm going to leave then.
Okay. Well,
yes.
She didn't. She said you weren't
She
detained.
said no.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to ask her again. She's talking to somebody right now, and I'm going to ask if I'm being detained, you cite the code, please.
Yeah.
Sorry for the people behind me. Very sorry. They can't detain me. They can only detain me if I'm a hazard. If I'm a severe public health risk, and I'm not. I have no. Haven't been exposed to anything.
She can't.
These people don't know the law.
Yeah, she can't do it. It has to be a screening officer or something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So that's why if she says that I have to pull over and being detained, I'm going to ask her to cite the code, the act, and the code of the act. This is exciting.
Yeah, I know.
I declined all of it. I declined everything. Just give people a rundown of what's going on, Jane.
The Buffalo border and Rebecca's refusing.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Sounds good to me. Thank you very much. So I'm not being detained. I'm free to go.
I'm fine. As far as public health, I mean, I checked off whatever boxes I was going to check off. So.
You know what? Thank you very much. You have yourself a great day. Okay. Bye-bye.
Woohoo!
Fucking hell! Okay, guys. That's what you need to do.
Hashtag.
This is what you got to do now. Am I being detained? Yep. No? See you later.
There we
she
go.
said public health is going to contact me. I'm like, yeah, good luck. They don't have a contact. They don't have a phone number. They don't have an email.
Have to talk to
I will
them.
see you.
They have no right of entry. So big whoop. Big whoop. They can't give you tickets even. Public health can't even give you tickets.
What did I do? Okay, hold on. I got to do something now. A toll. Let me just deal with this, and then I'll. Huh? How's it going?
No ticket. No quarantine. No
ticket.
No vaccine. Ticket. Nothing. Leave me alone.
I just said no to public health, and guess what? I'm driving away. because I like to stand up for my rights.
Bill of Rights.
Thank you.
Bill
I'm
of
glad
Rights,
you
all the
appreciate
way,
that.
all the way.
I don't have any money, so I'll give you my.
And don't
I'll give you
forget,
my credit
if you
card.
would have said
Doesn't have
charter,
tab.
they would have said.
Hold on 1 second, James. Do it something.
Okay, what would they have said if you said charter? My charter rights.
Hold on, Jane.
What?
Jane, I'm paying for something at toll right now.
Okay, okay.
Oh my God. Hold on. There we go. That always reaches, doesn't it?
Yeah.
1 second, guys. I know my camera's not working. Okay, thank you. Okay. I am like, holy crap.
Okay, now, what?
Awesome, thanks. Have a good one.
What would they have said had you said my charter rights are being violated?
Well, that girl doesn't know shit. She wouldn't have known the difference.
No,
She's
she
like,
would have
your
said.
rights are being
She
violated.
would have said.
Yeah, they are.
Section 1, reasonable limits.
So, guys, I know you can't see me for some stupid reason. I just went through Niagara Crossing, the Lexington Bridge. I told the border officer that I wasn't answering any of her questions. She asked me if I was vaccinated. I said that's not. I'm not going to tell you that. That's private medical information. She asked me if I took a COVID test. I said none of you. I'm not going to answer that question. She didn't ask anything further because.
Oh, your audio just cut out. Oh,
there we
no,
go. Now
your
you
video's
see
there
me.
now.
The whole thing.
Your video's there.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I know. I can see it. The phone might die. It's a piece of shit phone, and it's having a hard time charging. But anyway, we had a bit of a debate back and forth, some banter. She was pleasant. And then she asked me to pull over, and I said, am I being detained? And she said, no, public health would like to talk to you. And I said, well, then, no, I'm going to leave. And she went, okay. And then she took the paper back, and she didn't give me the paper. She kept it. And all she said was, I checked off the boxes that I need to check, and that's it. And off I went. So this is the magic bullet, guys. Am I being detained? That's the bullet. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
And Bill of Rights. Bill of Rights. Rub in the face.
I've done that. Anyway, so she's like, what's that? And I'm like, the Canadian Bill of Rights. And then she's like, well, it's not a violation of your rights. I'm like, yes, it is. The Canadian Bill of Rights. Section 1A, Section 1B, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, well, I don't think it is a violation of your rights. I'm like, it is. And I said, I think you should learn the Canadian Bill of Rights, the federal piece of legislation, and the Quarantine Act does not trump it. And then I explained to her that the Quarantine Act was actually invoked unlawfully and how it bypassed the Statutory Instruments Act, blah, blah, blah. Like, listen, lady, I know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, I said, no, I'm not going to pull. I asked if I was being detained, and she said no, so I left. I should have done that a long time ago.
This is very appropriate here now to say freedom.
Yeah. Hashtag we got this. So guys, no more stopping for public health. No more dealing with their nonsense. Now I'm mad at myself for all the other times that I stopped